Good morning, guys. I'm gonna make you today a banana bread pudding. So these are my ingredients that I'm actually gonna use for the pudding. I have a little special ingredient I'm gonna add, so I'm gonna go through this quickly. Here are my raisins. I have my raisins being soaked in a little warm water to rehydrate them. This is my bread that I'm going to use. I've already prepared the bread. I've already toasted it because I want it nice and crunchy, and I'm going to cut the sides off. This is my granulated sugar. That's my vanilla, my spices, cinnamon powder, mixed spice. These are my bananas. You can always use bananas that are really overripe, but once it's not spoiled. But once it's overripe and you don't want to eat it like that, use it for your bread pudding. 3 large eggs, a little bit of coconut powder, and a little bit of Milo because I want a little bit of chocolatey flavor in there. This is my butter and my milk, which I'm going to use about 2.5 cups of milk. Okay, in your pan you're going to use a fork and just mash your bananas, just soften them out. Then you're going to, after you finish mashing your bananas, you're going to add your other ingredients. So you're going to add your milk. You're going to add your butter, and you're going to mix that butter out because you want it to actually melt. So you're going to just mash it out as much as you can with your whisk. You can actually melt your butter separately if you want to not go through this, but I don't mind having a little bit of chunks in it, so I have done it like this. You're going to add your eggs. Because eggs actually will allow it to bind together. That's your binding agent. And you just whisk that in. Just mix it out completely. Oh, I wish you guys could smell it. It is lovely. The smell, the fragrance is just, oh, that aroma. It's really nice. It's stimulating my appetite right now. I'm gonna add my coconut milk, just a little bit. I've mixed it out because I don't want to have any coconut milk lumps in my mix. So I just keep whisking. Don't worry about the butter because once the heat takes it from the oven, it will melt. I'm gonna add my Milo, which is for my little bit of chocolate flavoring. Oops. Get it out. I'm just gonna whisk that in. Then I'm gonna add my flavorings, which is my cinnamon powder, my vanilla, and my mixed spice. I'm gonna add my sugar before I do my spices. So that's my sugar. I'm gonna add my vanilla. Oops, my spatula fell in. Alright, I mix that in. Okay, I like a lot of flavor, so I'm going to add cinnamon powder, a lot of cinnamon powder. And then I'm going to touch it up with mixed spice. I'm going to stir that in as well. It's like you're making a custard because the bread is going to actually absorb all of this. Okay, my custard is all ready. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to start to break up my bread and put the bread in and allow the bread to soak up all of the mix. So I'm just breaking the bread and putting it in. You can always toast your bread before. Just break it into small pieces so that it can actually soak up your mixture. Don't be afraid to get your hands in it. What you can also do, if you want your banana bread to be very, full of banana flavor, if you are a banana lover like myself and like my children, you can put more bananas in it, and then when you have the mixture all made up like this, you could actually add some more bananas, but don't actually mash it totally out, so you have like banana in chunks in your mixture. Because I want a lot of texture, I'm just adding 2 slices of the brown bread. So I've already toasted it, so I'm just adding that. The majority of the bread that I used was actually white slices, so I'm just adding just 2 slices of brown bread, so I get a little bit more texture from my banana bread. My bread is fully added, so I'm actually just allowing it to soak up my custard. Just to absorb all of that liquid. And then I'm going to let it soak for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to pour it into my pan and put it to bake. And I'm also going to show you how to make a custard that you're going to use as a topping. Okay, it has been sitting for a while, so I'm about to pour it into my pan. You notice that kind of brownish color? That is actually coming from the Milo itself, because I wanted it to have that kind of tone. I didn't want it to be a white, even though I was using the white bread, I didn't want it to be a full white banana bread, like white looking. So I just actually added the Milo, so it would give it a little bit of color, because sometimes people don't like their food too light colored. It looks like it's not done properly. Okay, before I add it to the pan, I'm going to add my raisins. My raisins are nice and hydrated from the warm water that I actually poured into it. So I'm going to add the raisins, and I'm also going to save some back for the top of it. So if you're not too much of a raisin lover, you don't have to put too much raisins in it, too many raisins, but this will work. And then you just incorporate that in. My kids don't really like raisins, so I'm not using too much. Okay, it's ready for the oven, so I'm going to slip it in, and then I'm going to show you how to make the custard for the topping. Okay, for my custard, what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to use some granulated sugar. I'm going to use 1 large egg, some milk, and of course my spices, including vanilla. And I'm going to just stir it around on the stove top, and I'm going to show you how to do that quickly. You can add a little bit of liquor if you would like to, a little bit of wine or bourbon, but that's optional. All right, here you go. I've added my egg with my granulated sugar, and I'm just bringing it, incorporating it. I'm doing it like this before I actually hit the stove top with it, because you don't want it to curdle. The heat will allow it to curdle if you don't actually mix it up properly. Then I'm going to add my milk. Then I will add it to the stove top. Alright, here I've added it to the stove top on a very low flame. You have to keep stirring because it will actually curdle on you. You want it to thicken, but you have to just make sure you continue to whisk it so it doesn't get any lumps. You're going to add your vanilla. I've gone ahead and I've added a little bit of red label wine to that. And you can go ahead and add some cinnamon powder. And just whisk it in, whisk it all together. And then you're going to allow the heat to thicken it so that you can actually use it as a topping for your bread pudding. My pudding is on the way. I'm gonna watch it and take it out in a few. Okay, my custard topping has started to thicken. Notice the thickness.